So, what if I told you that there is an infinite supply of money? What does that bring up for you? What do you notice about your thoughts? Do you not believe what I'm saying? That is a huge part of individuals' experience with money, is they're basing it off of their belief systems, what they believe to be true about reality. Well, I want to highlight that what we've adopted from society, from our family, from all of our environmental factors that have trained us and conditioned us to believe in the limitation of money. And you'll see it in our worldview, even currently gas prices, and everybody is making a conclusion about reality that doesn't even belong to them. So I want you to just think about this. When you were born and you were a baby, you had no concept of money. You had no story. You had no relationship. So what happened? Basically, what happened is you were programmed and conditioned, like all of society, to hold specific belief systems about money. And so, depending on what your environmental factors showed you, what your family showed you, how your friendships or your network of individuals has showed you they respond to money, is what you've taken on. It's what you've aligned and agreed with and accepted to be true about reality. But what if we wiped it all? Clean slate. There is no judgment about money. If I told you that it's not even about money, it's energy. It's energy. And we've assigned a belief, a negative or a positive belief system around money. And that is how it impacts our mind, our belief systems, which then trails into our body's response. So, for example, let's say that you were in an environment where there was a lot of scarcity, lack, limitation, where that was very much ingrained in your physical experience. Those belief systems, there's never enough. I have to work hard to have it. I have to prove that I'm worthy of having this. All of that has been creating our reality and how we experience our relationship with money. Money is actually neutral at its very standpoint. It is just an energy. And energy is infinite. When we learn to operate from the infinite source of all that is, when we operate from the perspective that it is just an energy and it's what we assign to it. So, if you are new to me, my name is Brittany. I am a quantum healer, and this is some of the work that we're going to be looking at, reframing and rewriting paradigms around money and wealth, and really getting to the root causes that most people are feeling fear around money, lack, scarcity, all of these preconditioned experiences that aren't even true. But they're true if we decide to align and agree and we create that reality through us. For my more logical people, if you're looking for a basis in science, if you've ever looked at the study of Pavlov and what he found out through behavior, through psychology, and he applied it to dogs, but it very much applies to the human condition, is what he found was that when he rang a bell and he associated the bell with food, that the dogs would start to salivate. They would have a biological response to the bell ringing before the food was even provided. That's what most people are living from right now. They're creating a response to money based on what they've been conditioned to believe. So, in Quantum Creators, this is an 8-week journey where we are going to look at and do the deep dive into some of the core areas that shape our experience and reality about money. And we are going to step out of the old paradigms and creations around money and tap into the universal, the infinite, and how we can apply these in daily practices as well as quantum transmissions to fully release from our being all of our stories that have kept us stuck in lack and limitation, and tapping into the infinite supply and reframing our perspectives around money and around wealth and transform our relationship with that experience. Because at the core essence, it's not even about money. It's actually playing out in all our life. our capacity to receive more from life. So if you're operating from a lens that's about this big, when there's a lens that's this big, you're only going to allow so much in. You're only going to receive so much. We're not actually allowing ourselves to experience the fullness and capacity to experience more in life. So through these 8 weeks, we're going to learn how to rewrite the code so we can tap into a more expansive version of life, of reality, of receiving, as well as our relationship with money. Quantum Creators is starting on May 6th. This will be 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There is replays available, and we're also going to have Telegram group support to provide any additional integrations, teachings, and we actually learn much faster in group settings. The energy of the group actually accelerates a lot quicker. Okay, beautiful. So through this experience, it's not only going to be working with the logical mind, the belief systems, but it's also going to be learning to release what's been held within the body and the body's response to generating more money in your experience, more life, more energy, more things, more goodness, more joy, more pleasure, more experiences. And so I'm going to do a practice if quantum work is new to you. And if you're open to receive what's here and available to you, so just get comfortable as I guide you through this process and just listening to my voice. And I'm going to be focusing on the association of money and fear because this is very much deeply ingrained in the human condition in our society. And if you are just open to receive in the quantum field, things can happen instantaneously. So I'm just going to invite you, get comfortable, close your eyes, and really allow yourself to surrender right now. So just closing your eyes, and we're going to take some deep breaths. So just releasing all the air out of the lungs. And when you're ready, we're going to breathe in. And just taking it as deep as you can go. And when you're ready, just releasing out through the mouth. And maybe with a big sigh to allow yourself to just anchor more in your body, more deeply into the present moment, right here, right now. You are safely held, supported, protected. As we take this next breath, we're going to breathe in. And when you're ready, just release. We want to really just focus on the body, just allowing yourself to be grounded and centered into the center of your being. And just taking notice of how your body feels, how open you are. Maybe you can sense how your energy field currently is. Is it feeling restricted or contracted? Or is it open and expansive? Beautiful. We're just going to allow the body to open and expand a little bit more, letting you know that it's safe to open. It's safe to expand. Beautiful. We're going to take another deep centering breath when you're ready. Breathing in. And when you're ready, just release with a big sigh. And I'm just going to state some intentions as we begin this, and just stating that you are eternally held, safe, and protected in the space that you are in. There is no vibrational frequencies that would disrupt you. Anything that is not in alignment with your highest and greatest good, in alignment with God, Source Creator, and the eternal truth, we're going to allow that to just release from the field, giving it up, giving all of that energy up, all of that, anything in the space. Beautiful. We're just going to enhance the coding of the God, Source Creator, frequency, and octave, allowing that to be anchored within you, and through the field. Beautiful. And I want to bring to the forefront of the human consciousness any association with money and fear. So just letting your cells, molecules, and atoms, anywhere you've held this within your being, where you've associated money and fear, and just stating the intention that we clear this through all bodies as I state these intentions, through all dimensions, through all realities, to the very core of its creation point. Beautiful. And we're going to just start with the brain. And so, typically, a belief system in our brain has created synapses and pathways that have associated it to fear. And there's entanglements. And so, we're going to just allow the body to do what it naturally does, to heal, to repair, to release. And any association or entanglements between money and fear that have sat within the human consciousness, we are going to allow that to be cleansed, cleared, and purified and given up. Releasing it from the synapses and neural pathways of the brain. Beautiful. And just giving it all up, cleansed, cleared, and purified through the brain waves, through the circuitry, through the pathways. Any association, fully cleansing, clearing, and purifying it through all layers, through all bodies, through all space, through all time. And just allowing, as you release this, and any other entanglements that are here that may need to be released, known and unknown, your soul aspects knows what's ready to be released right now. So we're going to allow that to just cleanse, clear, and purify, allowing more light to come back to the neural pathways of the brain. Beautiful. Allowing more light to reconnect, allowing each representation, money and fear, to be separate. Separate associations, separate connections, and both aspects cleansed, cleared, and purified. Beautiful. And now we're going to move through the brain, flushing the brain with more light. And any nervous system responses or survival programming and conditioning, we're going to locate all of that, and we're going to fully give thanks and honor for this aspect that has kept us safe and secure, but that is no longer needed and required. So if there's any devices internally, we're going to turn them down, 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 and off. Beautiful. We're just asking to fully dismantle, deconstruct all pieces, all aspects, anything that's sat within your physical body that has set off a response in association with receiving more money, more wealth, more joy, more prosperity. We're just going to go ahead and give all of these aspects up, fully cleansed, cleared, and purified, giving it up to God, Source, Creator, just handing it up. It's no longer necessary and it's no longer required. Beautiful. And if there's been any implanted connections, forms within the physical vessel that had set the nervous system response and the bodily responses into fear of receiving more, we're going to just locate all of that through our consciousness, and we're going to just ask that this all be given back up to God, Source, Creator. This is not necessary. Nothing that is not serving your highest expression. We're going to allow those aspects to be given up to God, Source, Creator. And it's just as simple as your breath, as releasing, allowing the body to do this with ease. Beautiful. And we're asking that it be cleansed, cleared, and purified through all connection points within the nervous system, the circuitry system, the organs. And just continue to breathe as it allows the frequency, the excess energy, any pressure to be released, any excess pressure on the body through the human consciousness. To work hard, any stored beliefs that are sitting within the physical matter, the cellular, molecular, and atomic structures that have concluded about reality that things have to be hard or that you have to work hard to exist. We're going to fully dismantle, deconstruct all of these aspects, fully giving it up, fully relinquishing, allowing the body to stabilize, mm. allowing the body to release with ease, to come back to homeostasis, to a centered space, a balanced, harmonized space. And we're going to reset the entire biological system and biomagnetic field that surrounds you. We're going to reset everything to the 0 point field. Beautiful. We're also going to reset the internal state to equilibrium, to balance, to harmony, allowing this to integrate through the organs, through the system, through the body, through the field, through your auric field. We're going to just decode out of the field any lack, scarcity, or poverty consciousness. So just allowing that full decoding from head to toe. You may feel your energetic body shift. You're going to feel your physical vessel shift as more is being released. So anywhere that has been encoded through any layer of your being to hold lack, scarcity, or poverty consciousness, we're decoding that now. And just continue to breathe, allowing it to fully just release. Beautiful, beautiful. And I want to just allow that we've released all that, and your body will continue to release. Maybe new awarenesses will come after this transmission, but we are also going to recode your system to the source frequency, to the source truth, the infinite nature of your soul, your being, your essence. We're going to allow that to recode your system now. So you may be feeling a shift in your energy field, in your biology, in your energetic field, and asking that this be done from head to toe, anchored and solidified through all layers, through all bodily systems, through all fields. Beautiful. If there's any resistance anywhere, we're just going to allow anywhere that there's been turbulence to matter. To be done with a level of gentleness and ease for easeful integration through your physical being, through all layers from the spirit, the mental, the physical, and the emotional aspects, allowing it to integrate with ease, balance, equilibrium, resetting to the center point, the 0 point. Beautiful. And allowing this to be established through all bodies, through your auric field, and stating the intention that this can be instantaneous in your experience, but also not having any judgments, expectations, or contradictions around how this will show up for you. So we're going to release all that judgments, expectations, contradictions, and just allowing the body, allowing the energetic field to just be open, more expansive, to receive more, energy into your body without resistance. Beautiful. I'm going to just ask for an instantaneous recalibration through all layers, through all bodies, through the chakra systems, through the meridian points, through the brain waves, through the circuitry pathways, through the auric field, through all space-time continuum, separate realities, and restating that this can be the chosen state of being. Beautiful. And so as your field from head to toe, above, inner and outer, in all layers of your being, just just allowing yourself to reset to this point, fully recalibrated, realigned, rewired through all layers. Beautiful. And so when you're ready, you can gently make your way back to this experience, to this physical reality, maybe moving your fingers and toes, rubbing your body or stretching if needed. And just make sure you drink plenty of water, and energies are going to continue to release. It could be over the next few days. And also, they're going to continue to integrate what we have moved through here. And so, just honoring whatever you need, and we're a sovereign being, so everything is sovereignly chosen. And if you choose this to be your reality, then it is so, and so it is. And so, if this experience and this quantum transmission is something you would like more of, then I'm just going to invite you. I will place the link below or in my link tree, wherever this is getting posted, where you can join me in Quantum Creators, Rewriting Money and Wealth Paradigms, which will be starting on May 6th. And so if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. And I would love to know how this transmission was for you, what's shifted, what you felt, as this will also support with integration. And so with all of that, beautiful beings, I am sending you all so much love.